So we're going to do CPR today. Cardiac pulmonary resuscitation. Resuscitation means wake somebody up, right? Right? So we're talking about the heart and the lungs working together to wake somebody up. Okay? Sometimes when the heart is gone, it takes a little bit seconds before the lungs follows. But if the lungs is gone, the heart follows just right away. Do you know why? Why? Nobody knows? Okay. What do you have in this room that we cannot see? Air. What's in air? Oxygen. Thank you very much. So the lungs hold on to the oxygen and supplies the heart. And say, heart, you breathe. So the heart will continue to pump. But if there's no air, the heart also will stop pumping. Do you guys get me? So, but when the heart is pumping, then you wake the lungs and say, get more oxygen, I'm here. Okay, so everything works together in unison for people to live. Okay, so there are things that can affect either the heart or the lungs to stop working. Okay, so what are the things can affect the lungs to stop working? That you can't get the air in. What is causing choking? In your airway, right. So when you're talking about cardiopulmonary resuscitation, we talk about cardiac and heart and resuscitation. So also the system that we're going to follow is airway, breathing, and circulation when you're trying to resuscitate somebody. So airway choking is the big one. So anything that blocks your air from you to get air in, from your nose, from your mouth, from your throat into your lungs area, can affect your breathing. When you're doing this resuscitation, the first thing you check is the person breathing, right? You can put your ear or your face towards the person's mouth or nose to see whether you can hear. You can feel the breathing, right? If you don't feel breathing, you put your hand by the neck, right? There's a big vein here. We all have it. There's a vein, there's artery, right? You can feel it, right? So you can feel it's called carotid artery. It's right there. You can feel it like it's tapping your fingers, right? You don't need to tap it. If you put your hand right there, you can feel it. It's tapping on your finger. And you can feel it right here. You can feel on the heart. If you can't feel here, some people will have had multiple surgeries. Sometimes they will have their neck catheterized to get blood and stuff like that. So you might not feel anything here, but you can feel also in their chest. So you can put your hand in their chest and see whether their heart is beating. Where is the side of your chest? Where is the heart in your chest? On the left side. There's some conditions some people have heart on the right side, but it's not always all the time. But 99% of people have the heart on the left side. Okay, so you put your hand there, you put your hand here, you see whether they have a heartbeat. If they have a heartbeat, we are good. If there's no heartbeat, it means they said the person is what? Dead. What do you do when somebody is dead? No, you don't go to the mortuary. If the person is just died, there's something that you can do. They call it, they shock that person. There's a machine that they will use to shock the person, right? But if you're on the streets, you don't have the access to that shocking materials, so you can't, it's called defibrillator. You can't do that. But if you are in a place, somebody wants to be a doctor, the airports, they have what we call defibrillator. So you, just in case you go to the hospital or you are in the airport, if you see somebody, you see looks pink because there's a little bit of breathing, but there's no heartbeat, you ask for the defibrillator. It's like a little pad, you put it on their chest, you shock them, and they wake up. Okay, so this is, when you're on the street, you don't have any access to that, and you see they still have a heartbeat, then you can make this person alive. Okay, because every second counts. Okay, so the first thing you do, Mister, are you awake? Are you okay? Are you okay? He's not talking, he's not responding. So you mean, and you can feel that the person is not breathing, right? The first thing you do is you call whoever is around you. Please call 911 or call, in America it's called 911. Here it's called 211, right? Please call 211, 212, 767. So those are the emergency response persons. So they can call any hospital around for you, right? So you put your hand, this is the middle of the chest. It's called sternum. Everybody has it. Put this part of your hand, right? They call it the base of your thumb. And right here, right? The heel of your hand. You put it right here in the middle of the chest. So what you do, you get close to the person, so you are not leaning far away. You get the person, you go close to the person, you ask them to move the person close to you, and you start to pump, okay? If this is a child, you do 5 pumps to 1 breath. If this is an adult, you do 15 breaths to 15 breaths to 1 pump. The reason is because for children, they breathe much faster than adults. Adults breathe slowly, okay? The breath rate for every adult is 10 to 12 in a minute. When you are 16 years and older, you breathe 10 times or 12 times in 1 minute. For children, they breathe up to 20 times in 1 minute. You see what I'm talking about, right? So for children, you have to breathe for them more than you breathe for adults. Okay, so for adults, you press like this, you press one. When you press in, you make sure it's not like pressing like this. So you press 1, 2, each one you go down, you let it come up. You go down, you let it come up because you're telling the heart, wake up, wake up, wake up, right? So when you do it 15 times with all your energy, right? So when you get up to 15, you put your mouth in the person's mouth and you close the nose. Because if you blow through the mouth, you don't close the nose, the air comes back out from the mouth, from the nose, right? So you close and you pinch the nose, you take a deep breath, and you push that breath into the mouth. You got it? Okay, all of you practice with me, okay? You're going to go deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What do? You blow. All of you blow. Right? You go back again. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. You blow. They are already awake. You turn their face to the side. You start talking with them. Are you okay? What happened? You'll be watching them breathing, and you're also watching their heartbeats moving. So you put your hand around the neck and make sure the heart is still there, and the person is breathing, is talking to you. Okay? We got it? Okay, until that person stops and is alive, is talking to you, you don't stop. Okay? You only stop if the person has not responded. You only stop when you have ambulance or you have other people. Or when you get tired, if you get an assistant, you tell the assistant to come in, right? So when you get to the time you want to do the breath, the assistant will take over, so you're not losing time, right? And then somebody will be doing the breath, somebody will be pumping. Do we understand that? If this is a drowning situation, by the time you're doing this, sometimes you see water coming out of their mouth. So you turn their head sideways. So the water that is coming comes to the side. You don't want the water to flow back into their lungs. So you turn their head to the side and you keep doing your chest compression, right? Until you're able to get enough oxygen to displace the water inside their lungs. So that's how you do, what we call it? CPR. CPR. What does it mean?